Folks, I've been in this league for over 2 decades, poring over tape, talking to insiders and following every subtle shift behind the scenes. And let me tell you, what's unfolding right now is unlike anything I've ever seen. You've heard rumors, whispers, and crackling signals from NFL sources that defy logical explanation. I'm here to tell you, without a shadow of a doubt, that something seismic is happening, something that could revolutionize the Baltimore Ravens' future. If you think the NFL has played out its drama already, think again. Because right now, at this very moment, a secret deal is in motion, a move so bold, so unprecedented, that it could alter the entire landscape of the league. You need to lock in, pay close attention, because what I'm about to share is a story of strategy, of power, and of a name that should be on every NFL fan's lips, Tony Pollard. But this isn't just a simple trade rumor. This is a master plan, a chess move, and a game-changing maneuver all wrapped into one. And if you want to be ahead of the curve, if you want to understand the true magnitude of what's at stake, then stick with me. This is the inside story that's about to blow the lid off the NFL offseason. And for those of you who want to see the full picture, who refuse to be left in the dark, hit that subscribe button right now. Smash that like, turn on notifications, because what I'm about to reveal isn't just a rumor, it's a revelation. Trust me, those who are in the know already see the writing on the wall. The Ravens are about to make a move that will shake the league's foundations. And at the center of it all is a name that's been underrated, yet profoundly pivotal, Tony Pollard. All right, now that I've set the stage, let's take a deep dive into what's really happening behind the scenes, starting with the Ravens, current state, their struggles, and why this move, this potential trade, is so critically necessary. You see, Baltimore's been trying to rebuild their offense since Lamar Jackson's MVP season in 2019. They've cycled through coordinators, experimented with different schemes, and thrown countless resources at fixing a run game that has, frankly, underperformed relative to their expectations. The Ravens are a team that's always been defined by their identity, smash-mouth football, relentless rushing attacks, and a disciplined defense. But the past 2 seasons, they've hit a plateau. The run game simply hasn't been explosive enough, and Lamar's injury history has cast a shadow over their offensive philosophy. Since losing J.K. Dobbins to injury last season, they've looked for answers. Gus Edwards is a solid piece, but he's not the game breaker they crave. They need a primary back, one who can carry the load with consistency, but also bring that extra element of explosion and versatility. Enter Tony Pollard. A player I've watched from his days at Memphis, and then during his rise with Dallas and now with the Titans, he's proven time and time again that he's a difference maker. But the question is, why Pollard? Why now? And why Baltimore? There's a complex web of strategic reasons, but the core comes down to 3 crucial factors: talent, scheme fit, and timing. Let's start with the film. Watch his highlights from the 2025 season. Pollard isn't just a fast running back. He's a jet, explosive burst, elite acceleration, and the ability to make defenders miss in tight spaces. His 1,082 rushing yards last year, his first 1,000-yard season, came despite sharing touches with Tyee Spears, showing that when given a lead role, Pollard can carry an offense. What sets him apart, though, is his ability in the open field. His top-end speed is second to none, occasionally unseen in this league because many think of him as just a complimentary back. No, Pollard is a legit RB1, a game winner. Look at his metrics. His 40-yard dash. Still elite for a player his size, around 4.4 seconds. His breakaway percentage, how often he turns a small gain into a big play, is among the league's top 5%. His yards after contact, consistent, gritty, and with a special ability to burst through arm tackles. His catch radius and route running. Improving rapidly, making him a dual threat that defenses must account for on every down. But what really excites NFL scouts, and I can tell you this from insider sources, is his advanced metrics. His efficiency per touch is staggering. Per PFF and next-gen stats, Pollard ranks in the top 10% of running backs for explosive runs, 10-plus yards. His success rate on third down is also climbing, proof that he's trusted in high-pressure moments. And his pass protection, significantly improved, earning him sustained trust in critical third down and 2-minute situations. Now, let's analyze Baltimore's needs. The Ravens have been flirting with a new identity, trying to squeeze the most out of Lamar Jackson's unique skills. yet their run game has lacked that home run element. Their offensive line, decent but not dominant, needs a back who can generate yardage even when space is tight. Pollard fits that perfectly. He's a technician, a man who can dance through traffic, create chaos in the secondary, and stretch defenses vertically. From a scheme perspective, Baltimore's offense under their new coaching regime is shifting toward a more versatile attack, less reliance solely on Lamar's legs and more on dynamic playmakers. Pollard's skill set aligns perfectly with this vision. He can run between the tackles, catch out of the backfield, and even line up as a slot or in motion, adding a layer of unpredictability. This isn't just a deal for now. It's a long-term investment, a foundation piece for the Ravens' future. Now here's where it gets even more fascinating. How do the mechanics of this trade work? Because, let's be real, the NFL is a business of numbers, cap gymnastics, and negotiation warfare. The Titans are in a rebuild mode. They've already cleared out major veterans, including Derrick Henry, and Pollard is entering the final year of his deal. He's valued at around $7.8 million annually, a bargain for a player of his caliber. The trade package. Expect the Ravens to offer a mix of draft picks, perhaps a second-rounder and a conditional third or fourth, depending on performance incentives and team needs. The Titans, owning a top 5 pick in this draft, might push for additional capital, maybe a future pick or a player swap, if Baltimore wants to expedite their rebuild. Cap-wise, Baltimore has some flexibility. Releasing or restructuring contracts like Justice Hill, or even flipping some veteran contracts to create space, could make Pollard's salary fit comfortably. For the Ravens, acquiring Pollard would mean offloading some of their current backfield, perhaps parting ways with Gus Edwards, or even consolidating their running back room into a more dynamic, high-upside core. Who wins? The Ravens get an elite, proven running back who can transform their offense overnight. The Titans gain draft capital and flexibility to continue their rebuild, perhaps even targeting a young, developing back in the draft as a future successor. It's a classic win-win, if executed correctly. Now the big question, how does Pollard fit into the Ravens' scheme? Well, imagine Lamar Jackson's offense with Pollard lining up as a lead back. His vision, agility, and explosiveness complement Lamar's options perfectly. They could run a dynamic zone read, spread concepts, and even use Pollard as a mismatch in the passing game. His ability to catch out of the backfield, averaging over 370 receiving yards last season, gives Baltimore a flexible offensive weapon, similar to the best dual-threat backs in the league. Comparison? Think Saquon Barkley with a little more top-end speed and better patience. Or perhaps Alvin Kamara with a more downhill, power-influenced style. But Pollard's upside lies in his raw burst, his ability to break a game open on any given play. That's the difference-maker the Ravens desperately need. And let's not forget, this move could also be a message. A signal to the league. Baltimore isn't just a passive contender anymore. They're aggressive, they're elite, and they're willing to make bold plays to reclaim their spot atop the league landscape. So what does the future hold? I believe, from everything I'm hearing, the Ravens are quietly orchestrating this deal. They've spoken to Dallas in the past about a Pollard swap, and with the Titans eager to move forward with a fresh plan, the stars are aligning. Expect a trade to be announced within the next 2-3 weeks, possibly even sooner if the right deal materializes. What's at stake? The power shift in the AFC. Baltimore's offense, already potent with Lamar, becomes unstoppable with Pollard as the primary engine. Their offensive line gets a boost in confidence, knowing they have a back capable of turning broken plays into big gains. The league's defenses. They'll have to game plan for Pollard's speed, for his versatility, and for the fact that Baltimore's new identity is about to be a nightmare for opponents. And here's the kicker. If Pollard performs as expected, the Ravens will not only contend for a Super Bowl this year, but will dominate the league's landscape for years to come. This isn't just a move for 2026. It's a statement of intent, a strategic masterstroke rooted in analytics, film, and pure football instinct. In my professional opinion, this is the move that can turn the Ravens from playoff hopefuls into legit Super Bowl favorites. It's bold, it's calculated, and most importantly, it's already in motion. Keep your eyes peeled, stay locked in, because when this deal drops, it'll be as if the NFL's universe just shifted on its axis. And trust me, folks, this isn't hyperbole. This will be remembered as one of the most impactful trades in recent league history. Stay tuned, because what's coming will redefine everything we thought we knew about NFL power dynamics. The Ravens are about to make history, and Tony Pollard is about to be at the heart of it. Now I'll leave you with a final thought. The NFL is a game of chess. Timing, positioning, and boldness define the winners. The Ravens, led by their new coaching regime, are playing the long game, and Pollard, he's the king on their board. When that trade gets finalized, expect fireworks, expect shockwaves, and above all, expect a new era of dominance for Baltimore. Because in this league, history is written by those who dare to act, and right now, Baltimore is about to write their next chapter in epic style.